Hi, good afternoon and welcome to this week's edition of Indie Beauty TV. My name's Rachel Whittaker and I'm the founder of Indie Beauty Delivers, which is the kind of community that exists for all you beautypreneurs out there. It's the place where you can come and find access to all the resources, materials, guidance, advice, inspiration, motivation, everything you need to help you build your dream brand. It's all here in the Indie Beauty Delivers community. So what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about nailing that unboxing moment. And unboxing, I don't think I like that as a term actually, and it comes with different connotations now, actually, unboxing, because of the environmental aspects of our packaging. As brands, many of us are moving away from that unboxing idea, but the nature of the unboxing idea, that moment of magic, that moment of wow factor, that moment of exceeding expectations and delighting is really powerful. And I want to talk to you today about two things that I think it's worth you really having a think about and then actioning in your business to make the most of that magic moment. So first up, I want to talk to you about a theory which I have named. I think I've named this myself. I don't think anybody else has named this theory yet. It's probably the first theory I've ever named, but I like it. The first thing I want to talk to you about is what I am going to call the wiggle theory. Now, some of you may be aware of the brand Wiggle. It's an online web shop that sells stuff for people who are bike enthusiasts. So, you know, helmets, bikes, cycling jackets, whatever, and it's called Wiggle. Go check them out. And what Wiggle do is, for every online parcel that they send out, they include I think it's a 5p bag of Haribo. I mean, it's tiny. It's a tiny little bag of kind of Haribo, the kind of thing you get in your children's party bags. But they put that in every single delivery that they send out. In fact, they've become synonymous with this 5p bag of Haribo. And what's really interesting about that is every time that they send their parcel out, it doesn't matter whether they're sending it to a new person or to a person who's bought from them before, the Haribo gets noticed. It's a tiny, insignificant cost to them. But to the person who opens that brand, that parcel, it's noticeable. It delights. It exceeds expectations. And because they always put the Haribo in everybody's package, they've become synonymous with the Haribo. And so quite often, if for some awful reason a Haribo gets missed out of a parcel, you'll see it blow up on social media. It will be like, I didn't get my Haribo. Where's my Haribo? And it's become a bit of a joke about Wiggle themselves and the importance that this 5p packet of Haribo has become, has sort of the importance that it's got for their customers, their repeat customers, but also their new customers. So what I'm trying to say to you here is that something which actually costs you nothing can delight and exceed expectations when somebody opens your parcel. There is a wonderful brand out there. Go check them out, Pure Savvy. And Steph is doing something really similar in her delivery. So if you get a Pure Savvy delivery, not only does it come looking absolutely gorgeous with all the brand colours, and it makes you excited just to open it, just by looking at it. When you open it, inside is your product. And again, it's beautifully presented. But sitting next to it is a chocolate, an orange flavoured chocolate. Excuse me. Orange because brand colours for Pure Savvy are orange. And that little orange chocolate looks amazing, much more high quality than Haribo. It looks amazing. It tastes amazing. And if Steph continues to do that, it will become synonymous with her delivery. And people will begin to talk about the fact that you get this orange chocolate. And heaven forbid, if she didn't put it in, there'd be an uprising on social media about, where's my orange chocolate? It's so simple to do, so cost effective and cheap to do. But the result it gets at the other end is 10 times, 20x, 100x the amount of effort that you put into it. It delights, it exceeds expectation, but it can also start a thing. It can also start a thing about your brand. It can become the wiggle theory, the orange chocolate theory, whatever it is to your brand. Something just so simple and so cheap can make an absolutely huge difference to your end customer, but it can also start a sort of movement that becomes synonymous with who you are as a brand, and can give you some really interesting and fun and favourable publicity. So that's my first thing that I wanted to talk to you about, the wiggle theory. So my second theory that I want to talk to you about, and I don't think this has got such a catchy name if I'm honest. The second one that I want to talk to you about is what I've called the in the moment theory. It's not as catchy as the wiggle theory, is it? I think I'm going to have to do a bit more work on that. So what do I mean by the in the moment theory? Okay, when your consumers get that package, when their package comes through their door, it is a moment of utter excitement. They have been waiting for those products to come. They may have spent months watching you on social media or reading your emails, and then they've got to the point where they're like, yes, I'm going to buy from this brand, and they spend £50, £100, £20, £10, and they are avidly waiting for that parcel to come through the door. Every time the doorbell rings, they think it's your parcel, and eventually it arrives. And the excitement is just mounting. There's been that whole build up to receiving it. Then they get it and it looks incredible. The box is beautiful. It's packaged really nicely. They can't wait to get into it. They grab their scissors, they cut it open, they open it up, and inside it looks stunning. It's beautifully well presented. There's the little box of little bag of Haribo or the orange chocolate sitting next to it as well. Everything is causing this heightened state of complete and utter excitement. Never will your customer be so excited with what you do than that one moment when they get that parcel and they unbox and open that parcel. But what do you do about that? How do you cash in on that? That excitement, how do you make that work for your brand? How do you capture that? How do you get that on your social media? How do you allow the rest of the world to see the excitement that your products are generating with your consumers? That's what I'm talking about when I say the in the moment theory. You have got to capture that. And think about how amazing it would be if you could capture that moment. But we don't. We don't capture it, but we can capture it. And this comes down to you asking your customer at that moment to tell other people about how they are feeling. And you can do that by giving them an invitation in that package. There should be a message somewhere in your package that says, maybe it's on your delivery note, maybe it's a handwritten slip that you put in, but you want to ask them, if you love this experience, if you really enjoy opening this box, if you love these products, I would love you to just jump on social media and tell the world about it and use my hashtag. Unless you ask people to do stuff for you. It's the same as testimonials and things like that. We're a bit coy about asking for these things. But if you can encourage people to help you out, to capture that moment, to share how they're feeling at that moment, if you can ask people to share that, if you can encourage people to share that, never will they feel more like sharing than that moment when they open that box. And it's your sort of mission to convince them that they want to share that passion. So put it in that package. Make sure you are reminding them at that time how amazing it would be for them to share that moment on social media. And if you can get them to use your hashtag, it means that you can search and you can make sure that you see all these things, because you never want to miss anything like this. You never want to miss anything like this. You want to capture and repurpose and reuse all of this kind of exposure. So if you can get them to use the hashtag, you can search against the hashtag. You can pick up everybody who's doing something like this. You can DM them and say thank you, which is really, really important. And you can also repurpose it and repost it and use it to build some momentum and excitement behind your brand. And let's not forget, one of the key reasons, one of the key ways that you can break down barriers and get your customers to buy from you is to show that you are selling. You have to be seen to sell, if that makes sense. So if you can get as many people capturing the moment they open their package and sharing that, you are showing continually through your own social feeds and your own content that you're selling, and that's helping to build that recognition of your brand and the fact that it's a brand that is selling, that people love, that they're buying. So it's a really, really powerful tool. So nailing the unboxing moment. I'm just giving you two really simple things that you can do. Put something in that box that adds some serious value, that just surprises people, that delights people, and that can maybe become synonymous with you as a brand and become quite a humorous area and a sort of topic that's talked about. Oh yeah, you get a wiggle delivery. Did you get your Haribo? That's the kind of thing that you want to be building through that very simple and really cheap kind of strategy. The second is the in the moment theory. So again, you have a lot of excitement to capture at that moment when your customer has got that eagerly awaited package. How do you capture that? You ask them. You ask them in your parcel to share. And you just say, I would love you to do this. It would mean so much to me if you could do this. And then you thank them for doing it, and you reuse that and you share that content to build your profile and build your the other people's awareness of your brand. Two really, really easy things that I don't think will take much doing. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you think about that. Next week, do I have an amazing episode of Indie Beauty TV for you next week. I will be joined by one of, I think, the most stylish, definitely the most stylish, but one of the most committed in a sort of beauty entrepreneurs I've ever met. Somebody who is so passionate about the success of indie brands. She is a total motivation for me and an inspiration. And I'm so glad that she is going to be joining me next week. So I'm going to be joined by Kirsty McWhinney from Skin Insight and Free From Skincare Awards. And what she's going to be coming and doing with us next week is talking to you about the Free From Skincare Awards. To encourage as many of you as possible to enter those awards. And I believe the deadline for that is in April. So there's plenty of time for you to come and listen to Kirsty speak next week. She's going to tell you all about what the Free From Skincare Awards are about. She's going to tell you how you enter, how they're judged, all that kind of thing about the process. Your opportunity to ask her questions. How amazing. You're going to be able to ask questions from the person who runs these awards. If that isn't an inside sort of skinny, that is, really, really, really good. So she is going to be joining me for an interview for next week's Indie Beauty TV. Because I'm bringing on a guest, it is going to be a different day. So I'm telling you now, but I will also be posting this as well, so you will get reminded of it. Rather than Thursday, Kirsty will be joining me on Wednesday. So she'll be here on Wednesday the 27th, still between 3 and 4 o'clock. I think it will probably be about an hour's worth, because when you get Kirsty talking, it's amazing, and you do not want to cut her off because she's got so much information, and like I say, she's overflowing with sort of passion and a real drive to help brands succeed in this industry. So that's next week's episode of Indie Beauty TV. Good afternoon to the two of you who have just joined me. I'm not quite sure who you are, but thank you for joining. I am just coming to the end actually of the episode, but it will be available for playback almost immediately. We talked about two things that you can do that are very simple and very cost effective, which will help you to nail your unboxing moment. If you want to hear me talk live, pop on over to Instagram as soon as I finish here, because I will be doing this again live on Instagram. You'll be able to see me on Instagram live. So do come over and say hello. Okay, final message for this week's Indie Beauty TV. I am doing a online masterclass next Tuesday. I'm so excited about this. I am going to be doing a 2-hour online masterclass all about how you can add some serious glittery wow factor to your e-commerce delivery solutions that you're offering your customers. Now, you are thinking, glitter, wow factor, delivery solutions? The two don't go together. Oh, they do. They most definitely do. Did you realize that over 50% of the people who are thinking about buying from you are making a decision about buying from you based on the delivery options that you are offering, not your product? They're looking at the delivery options that you are offering them. That blows my mind. And that means that what you are doing in that last mile, that's a very logistics term, the last mile of your delivery, that means that what you're offering there is incredibly important to the success of your brand. And it backs up something I've been saying for years and years and years, which is that delivery matters. It's not the end of a long chain of things that just happens. It is the moment your customers have waited for. It is the moment that defines their memory of their interaction with you. And it is worth a huge amount of thought and detail and effort. So what I'm doing on Tuesday is this online masterclass, which you can join live. There is a live webinar. It will be recorded. And there's a workbook. So you can join live, you'll also get the recording and you'll get a workbook. Or if you can't make it live, still buy your place because you'll get the recording and the workbook, and you can follow up with me if you've got any questions afterwards, if you've not been able to make it on that live. And what I'm going to talk to you about and teach you on Tuesday is how you can get this wow factor that makes such a big difference to your online deliveries and your online customer journey. We're going to look really deeply, first of all, at the trends that are influencing customer deliveries at the moment. Then we are going to look at what customers actually expect. And I've got a massive survey, which is very detailed and very dull if you're not a logistics professional. I'm going to break it down and I'm going to make it really accessible to you guys out there. And I'm just going to tell you, this is what your people are expecting you to be able to do. And then I'm going to finish off by going deep, deep, deep on how you can do it. So I'm going to give you like the why, and then I'm going to give you the how. Or the why, the what, and the how is what we're going to go through. So I'm going to spend a lot of time showing you that even as independent brands who don't have huge volumes of parcels, I'm going to give you lots of ways that you can get these really wow factor delivery solutions. The same sorts of things you're seeing the big brands offer. How you can get hold of them, who the suppliers are. So how, what, why. I don't know what I'm saying there, but that's what we're going to go into. The trends, what your customers are expecting, and how you can actually deliver them the results that they want, the services that they want at a price that you can afford. And I think that's really important. So that's all happening next Tuesday in my masterclass. I still have some places available. It's only £35, guys. And honestly, the value I'm going to deliver in those 2 hours is going to blow your mind. You know, I always pack everything I do with so much value. And if you implement what we're going to talk about, the results you're going to get the other end, my goodness, £35 will be nothing compared to the 10x, 20x, 100x that you can get off the back of just really, really smartening up this offering that you've got so that you can compete with those really bigger brands that are more established. You can turn your customers into repeat customers. You can turn them into brand advocates by just tweaking these delivery solutions that you are giving. So there are places still available. I will post below a link to the sales page for that. Go over and grab your place now. It's as simple as that. As soon as you finish listening to this and you think, yeah, I want to be a part of that, hit the link below. It will take you to the sales page. You can read a little bit more about what's happening on the day. More importantly, you can click the button which will allow you to book your place. And as I said, it's only £35. And it will be a massively well spent amount of money. Who have I got there? There's 2 of you and nobody's saying hello to me. It would be lovely to see who you are. Do say hello before I hang up. Hang up? I don't hang up, do I? I don't hang up. It's not coming through. Well, whoever you are, thank you so much for tuning in. Watch again from the beginning on the replay or pop over and catch me on Instagram live now and go and reserve your place. Shauna, hi. Oh, I haven't seen you for ages. It's lovely to see you. I hope things are all going well. But yes, whoever you are, Shauna, whoever else is there, please go and bag your place on this incredible masterclass. It's going to be awesome and it will really help you with your e-commerce delivery. I'm heading over to Instagram now, so if you want to come and listen to the full episode of Indie Beauty TV, you can come and do so live on Instagram Live. Watch out for next week. Wednesday is Indie Beauty TV next week, Wednesday the 27th, 3 till 4. I have got the most magnificent and totally spectacular, awe-inspiring Kirsty Mawhinney, who is going to talk to you all about Free From Skincare Awards. Mwah. Loads of indie hugs and love to you all. See you next week. Bye. Bye.